The teaser trailer for Amazon Prime's Fallout show just came out. And I know on this channel we don't really talk about TV shows or movies or animation or anything like that. We really just do video games here. But Fallout is one of my all-time favorite video game series. I started playing with Fallout 3, and then I played Fallout 1 and 2, and then I played New Vegas, and then 4 came out, and I played the shit out of 4, and I played Tactics, and I even played 76, which 76 is the worst one, but I still played the shit out of that game. And for all the things that game did wrong, there were some things that I did like about it, but this show, though, I gotta talk about it, man, because this Fallout isn't just another game series. Fallout is a big one, you know? And the fact that it's being turned into a series is crazy because unlike other games, Fallout isn't really known so much for the actual plot. Fallout is about the world and kind of like the storytelling that's set in the world, in the environments, and then the characters. That's really what it is. It's like nobody really plays it for the plot of the game. It's for looking at fucked up shit walking around, or what's this building in real life look like blown up. You know, like it's about the world, it's about the characters, it's about the factions. So making a show about it, you actually have like a lot of freedom in how you can approach that. And from what I've seen with this show, with the trailer, it looks like aesthetically they are completely basing this off of Fallout 4. Because when Fallout 4 came out, it is the best-selling Fallout game, so it makes sense to kind of, you know, have Brotherhood of Steel and the power armor and all that shit just kind of like in your face. Because besides the Vault Boy, the power armor and the Brotherhood of Steel is probably like the other two biggest things about that game that people can recognize. So I understand that they're putting, you know, that kind of at the forefront. There are some things that I'm concerned about, mainly just like the depiction of some of the factions. Like, I don't want them to have it just be about the Brotherhood of Steel, because there are so many other great factions in Fallout, man, especially if it's going to be taking place in the West Coast. And there are some things just missing from here, which doesn't mean they're not going to be in the show, because they could still be in the show. It's just we didn't see them in the trailer. So we didn't see any like Deathclaws, which I'd imagine they'd probably save that to, you know, have like be a big like part of an episode where it's like a huge reveal, because they're definitely going to be making this for as broad of an audience as possible. So a lot of the people who are going to see this are going to have no idea what anything is. And we didn't see any Deathclaws. We didn't see any NCR, which is crazy because it takes place in the West Coast, and they're kind of like, that's like their thing, you know. That and the Legion, those are like their territory, you know, is the West Coast. And the Brotherhood of Steel is kind of like, they're kind of like in hiding over there. So I don't know why they're going to have such a strong presence in the show. It could be like a little small outpost, but I mean, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure the show is set like right after Fallout 4. And I'm not too sure with the lore of the games, what's going on with the Brotherhood of Steel on the West Coast at that point, but I'm pretty sure the NCR like fucked them up according to like the game lore, you know. And so I'm really interested to see if they're even going to have them in the show. Hopefully they do. But there's so many great factions with so many different like philosophies from the game, and I hope they kind of like get to do them justice. I really hope they show the Brotherhood of Steel for what they are, which is like they're cultists, you know, they're technology hoarders, and that's really like their thing. I don't want them to be portrayed as like this military, you know, America, like, oh, we're gonna bring law and order type shit to the wasteland, because that's not really what they're about. And I kind of have a feeling that they're gonna do that in the show. Hopefully not. Another thing that I liked about the show is I actually like the girl, the Vault Dweller, the main character, because I think having a Vault Dweller be the main character is perfect, because a lot of people are going to have no idea what Fallout is, right, when they're watching the show. So it's perfect to have a Vault Dweller as the main character, because they're going to be like kind of like a fish out of water, you know, a stranger in a strange land type shit. So they're going to be learning about stuff, and that's going to be a great way to introduce the audience into the world of Fallout and kind of like explain things without being extremely like exposition dumpy, you know? I like that. I think that's a good idea. Hopefully they don't make her character be like just that. Hopefully she has like a little bit of an arc and she isn't like one dimensional. Hopefully they don't make her a Mary Sue dude and they don't like woke up the show and make it like I'm a strong woman. You know, woman would have never blown up the world. Men did this. And hopefully they don't do any of that shit in Fallout, because Fallout isn't supposed to be like that, man. And from the looks of it, it looks like it's going to be going for like that mature style of like black comedy and violence, because Fallout is really fucking violent, dude. It's one of the most violent game franchises out there that you can play, and the comedy for the most part isn't really PC, dude. In fact, I guarantee you a lot of the people that are going to watch the show and that are going to like it, hopefully there are a lot of offensive jokes in the show. I'm just being 100, man, because Fallout isn't supposed to be like safe. You know, that's kind of like the thing. Like, it doesn't have to be edgy all the time, but there's always like stuff that kind of like stands out, and it's like, all right, this game is fucked up, you know? So the show, I'm hoping that they keep their balls for the most part. I hope they have interesting characters. I really like the way they're portraying the ghoul, Walter Goggins, his character. I don't know the character's name, but he looks pretty cool, and it seems like they're gonna give him a pretty emotional background story with him trying to save a little girl while the bombs are dropping. So that, I don't know, maybe that's like his daughter or something, and that seems like it's going to be pretty interesting, because that's really all they have to do, man. Because they have so much room to have, like, they're basically given like a sandbox, man. As long as you keep the continuity and as long as you don't break any of the lore, which shouldn't be that hard to do, man, because Fallout is like, there's so much shit that, you know, you can do with this material. And I like the way it looks, even though it's going for that Fallout 4 aesthetic with like everything, with like the guns and the power armor. I do like it. And obviously they're going to go with that because it's the most recognizable, you know, style of Fallout. So it makes sense. I like the way it's shot. I like the cinematography. I like the colors. They're not fucking going for bullshit fucking washed out colors. Like, they actually have like blues, you know, like when something's blue, it's blue. When something's green, it's green. It's a little weird how there's some scenes where there's like lots of trees. So I'm just a little confused, because I know it's supposed to take place in LA. I don't know if it's all going to take place there. There might be some different areas, because they could do that. That's perfectly fine. I hope it's not woke, man. And I know there's going to be some shit that's woke, because that's what you're going to get with shows nowadays, man. And even in the games, you get that with the games now. But as long as the characters are interesting, which they look interesting, they look like they have good stories. I like the way they're doing dog meat, you know, if he is dog meat or whatever. As long as they have depth and they have good like background stories, focus on the characters, even the side characters and the background, like, because that's what really sells Fallout for a lot of people, is you just go somewhere and you meet just weird people. You know, sometimes they straight up just want to kill you out of nowhere and you don't even get to talk to them, and then sometimes you get to talk to them before they want to kill you, you know? So it's like you're constantly just running into interesting things and point of interests. And that gives you so much freedom with making a show like this. And from the looks of it, it looks amazing, dude. I love the look of the the cinematography, the action. I know the action is going to be good because, Jonathan Nolan and Lisa Joy, I think that's his wife, they worked on Westworld. And Westworld for season 1, man, was amazing. It was one of my favorite shows. And then season 2 came out and it kind of just started going down the shitter, dude, story-wise, and it just progressively got worse. And then season 3 was just like dog shit. It sucked. But even in season 2, when the writing wasn't that good, it had a really good action scene. I think aesthetically it's gonna nail it on the head, but the writing, they really have to nail that Fallout style dialogue, man, because the dialogue is so weird. You're always running into weird characters, whether it's a dude running from a gang, because he fucked the gang leader's daughter and he's terrified for his life, or if it's grannies, trying to rob you outside a convenience store with a bunch of knives, or, in Fallout 4, man, like one of my favorite side quests was those robot pirates. You go and you find this big ass ship and there's all these robots and they think they're pirates. They're like, ahoy, matey. And they have a captain and he's this big ass sentry droid with a little captain's hat, bro. That shit was it was funny. It's like, if they have stuff like that in the show, it will be good. And I don't know what the main plot is going to be. It could be that, she has to go get like a water chip, or there could be like a sense of urgency for her where she has to go do something. But I don't really give a shit about that. Like, just if the characters are good, it's going to be a win for me. Because even with shows like The Boys, when The Boys has woke shit in it, or if the writing for like the plot gets kind of stupid and isn't really that good, it still has such strong characters that people like, and that's why they keep watching. And then eventually it gets better, right? The writing picks back up and you're like, all right, this was cool. But not all the time. But you still watch it because those characters are so good and the acting is so good and everybody's just like perfectly cast. So if they nail the characters, man, I'm going to love it. The story doesn't have to be all that because it's not really like that in the games. But I'm just really worried that the characters are going to be one-dimensional, and I'm also worried that they're going to fuck up some of the factions. That's my main gripe. I don't have to worry about it looking bad because it looks great, and I don't have to worry about like the action being bad. I know the action is going to be hardcore. I know it's going to be bloody. I know it's going to have comedy. I know it's going to have that, but I'm just worried that they're going to go the route of like fucking Lord of the Rings and be strong woman, woman don't mean man. Man did all this. Man blew up world. Man dad. Don't fucking do that. I hope the soundtrack is good, because it's gonna have some bangers, man, with the soundtrack. It's gonna have to. And I'm really just hoping that there's gonna be at least one character that I fuck with. I'm thinking it's probably gonna be Walter Goggins. He's probably gonna end up being like the favorite character of the show. Like, I'm gonna call it right now. I feel like most people are gonna like him, because from what it looks like with the trailer, he's gonna have probably like the most sad backstory, and he's probably gonna be, he's like this loose cannon fucking cowboy ghoul, I think that's pretty badass. So I think he's gonna be a favorite for everybody, and I'm cool with that. I'm cool with liking the same character everybody else likes. That's fine with me, because now I don't have to argue with other people as much, telling them that their favorite character sucks because they like the person I like. So that's cool, man. So that's really what I'm worried about, and I'm pretty sure over time we'll see more. But so far, so good, and I'm hopeful for it. I am expecting it to have woke shit, but besides that, man, I am hopeful. And as long as the characters are good enough and the writing for them is good, it will outweigh all the woke bullshit. That's what happened with The Boys, and I still love The Boys. Gen V, not so much, but, that's what I like. So all I can say is that, man, that's my reaction. Like, I don't know what you guys think about it. If you haven't seen the trailer, if you've played Fallout, I know I haven't really fucked with Fallout on this channel yet, but Fallout is one of my all-time favorite game series. Because I really haven't played all my favorite games on this channel, and I haven't really gone into like all the different series that I like. But I've been interested on doing more Fallout content here because I'm obviously a huge fan. And I really do want this to be a good show, man, because I'm a fan of Fallout. You know, I don't want this to be stupid. I don't want it to be woke. I don't want it to be shitty. I hope they don't fucking make it like The Last of Us, you know, but I don't think they can, because The Last of Us was so... It's just a story-driven game, and the show was kind of just like an abbreviation of the story, and that's a whole other thing to talk about. But this, I feel like they have a chance of doing something really amazing here. I'm going to go ahead and call it now. Whether it's good or it isn't good, a lot of people are going to watch it. A lot of people who have no idea what the fuck Fallout is about is going to watch it, and it's probably going to become like the main center of attention because it's new and it's kind of different, and it's going to be violent, and it's going to be comedy, you know, and it's going to be like a Western but sci-fi, because it's such a unique, you know, combination of all these different things. I'm calling it right now. There's going to be a lot of people that do like it. Whether I like it or not, I don't know, but I feel like it's going to become really popular, and a lot more people are going to get into Fallout. So that means Fallout content creators, you're going to have a lot more viewers, and people are going to start playing the games more. And that's a good and a bad thing, because there are just some people, man, that just suck, and their opinions are just trash, and we don't want them playing Fallout, man. We don't want them being fans. You know, we gotta gatekeep, but it's gonna be kind of hard with this show, because this is probably gonna be one of the biggest shows of next year. But yeah, that's all I have to say about it, man. Let me know what you guys think about Fallout, like in general, the games. Let me know if you want to hear more content about it, because I'm all for making Fallout content. Let me know what you think about the show, the trailer. I think the trailer, like as far as trailers go, I think it's really good. I think like from beginning to end, it's like perfect. So it kind of sucks that nowadays I can see something that looks this good, and I still have to be skeptical, because if I had $1 for every time like a new show or movie came out that I was excited for that ended up being dog shit, I'd have at least $100, you know, in the past like 2-3 years. So I'm hopeful, but my expectations are going to be kind of like medium. I'm going to have my expectations low enough to where at least the action will probably be able to entertain me, and as long as I have one character that I like, I'll watch it. But if it's complete dog shit, bro, and if there's like so much woke bullshit, I won't make it past like episode 2. But who knows? Hopefully there isn't any of that stuff, man. Hopefully they focus on the strengths of Fallout, which is the world and the characters and the factions. If they focus on those 3 things, the plot doesn't even have to be that good, man. It could be all over the place, bro. As long as they have good characters and they go on like little mini event, that's all they need, man. That's all they need. But either way, guys, that's all I have to say about it. I know I've said that like a billion times, but now I actually mean it. Let me know what you think about it. And in the meantime, you know, go ahead, like, comment, subscribe, share it with your mom, share it with your stepsister. You know she's going to want to watch this. And check out my other videos on the channel, man. We're finishing up our Baldur's Gate 3 Let's Play on the channel, which is kind of depressing because I've been really loving that game, man. Check out my other videos where I talk about different things. And be on the lookout for more content, man, because we're going to be going hard this month. But in the meantime, guys, I hope you have a good night, good day, and I will see you all later.